Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do an extreme action pose, as in a character that is lunging forward. So it's like we are looking at the character and the character is lunging forward. So lots of foreshortening going on. We need ourselves an arc like this to start off. So the head is like somewhere here, arms like this, so like coming like at us, and the legs like right back. So the essential frame is like flowing like this way. So we could even like put in some rings, just for like guidance, that is our, like that'll be the flow. So we have one shoulder set here, so that's your joining delt right there. So head will be tucked in somewhere here, and then we come forward with one arm, so one arc, 2, 3. So that is really the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, and then we have a nice big hand here, and we will go like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So like a very dragged out S, and that hand there, because we are doing a lot of foreshortening on this, enlarging this one, and that is seen from that particular angle. Let me go right back. So the torso is like that, so the chest, ab structure right here, and then the lower body right there. And of course we are going to have some options. Well, let's actually put one leg out like that. So thigh, lower leg. So let's put down some frame here for this guy. So I'm just trying to grab myself a pencil. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is the thumb. So we can do sausages also if you want. Sausages, we have also in other videos indicated a good way to put out fingers. So that is one nice big hand that we have going there. I'm going into the forearm like that, bicep going back, and there's our delt. So we have the knee, shin right there. We have one foot right there. We can actually drag out the index finger like that. It'll look a little better, giving a little more shape to the thumb. And then of course we have the other delt, and the arm extends right from there. The tricep structure there, that's the bicep structure, goes into the forearm. And we put out some sort of structure for the hand right there. And of course there's the head. Now the other thigh, we can do a few things with this. So we can either have the thigh like roll right out like this and go at the back, but you could also have it somewhere there and maybe show a portion of the other foot like that. But again, and we could also throw it right back there, because if it's a lunging action, then the character is sort of in flight, and we could also show the other leg like back there. So there's different options, but what we're going to do is make the framework somewhat solid. Just trying to grab a pen here. So anatomy is sometimes very much compromised for the sake of some real, like, foreshortening, because it looks good on the panels. If you're like, let's say, illustrating a comic, it looks good on the panels and doesn't have to be exactly like, like right on. Yeah, it's good to, of course, have proper anatomy going all through, but as mentioned, not a staple necessarily. And if you Google images, you'll see that there's some outrageous takes on extreme action poses where the artist like took liberties with the anatomy. And of course I'm not going to like name any artists like right now, because this is not a complaint, it's a compliment. But that's just one factor that I'm mentioning. So there is the primary pose. I think that it might be good to just move that other foot tad bit here, so the ankle is here, so that you can see the heels, and the heels on this one are turned the other way, and that really makes for a more dynamic action. Now we have some options that we can play around with here, and trying to grab ourselves a different pen so that we could also highlight those options. Now one is that we could bring the other arm right here. So that's our framework, real close, and we could have that other hand also like coming like, right outward, sort of like that. That's another option, and that also works. I mean, in case the person is like trying to jump and like grab something, or trying to choke this person out, and it's good to like have a scream like going here for this kind of like pose, like, so a more extreme facial expression. But also we can do the additional bit and have this arm like go outward here. Again, like extreme foreshortening. And we could place that arm somewhere along those lines. So it's become a little messy, so we're going to just streamline this for ourselves and highlight the option that we primarily put down. So there we have it. I think that we're going to go not with the primary, we're going to go with that little change. I think that really blends out, that really comes out a little better. Of course, how we portray the anatomy is all up to us, what details we need to put into the fingers. And there we are, almost done. Again, we can also play around with the feet and put different spins on it, but this really works. So here's one lunging action for you. We put out content pretty much every day, so please do check out some other action videos that we have. Do subscribe and keep in touch. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day.